I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will further explore domain of composition of functions. We are given if f of x equals to 1 over x and g of x equals to log x, find f of g of 10. And then second part of this is what is the domain of f of g, right? So let's do part A first and then we'll do B. In part A we need to find what is f of. So let me write it in a different ink and then it'll be easy for us. Okay, so that is how it is, right? So first we should calculate what is g of 10 and then we can find f of that number, right? So we have f of, now g of 10 is what? G of 10 means log of 10, so it is log of 10, right? Now what is log of 10? Base 10 of 10 will give us value of, so if the base is same, it is always 1, correct? So we have f of 1, right? So now we can write f of 1 using this equation. F of x is equals to 1 over x, right? So we know f of 1 is equals to 1 over 1, which is 1. So we can write down our answer, that is f of g of 10 is equal to 1, right? So that is part A. And now part B is what is the domain of f of g. So first let us create the composite function. So we need to write f of g. So let us say f of g, okay. So we can write, these are same ways of writing this, and this is equal to, it is the same way of writing the function, composite function, correct? So we have f of the g of x is log of x, so we'll write log of x here, right? And I mean like this, okay. And then f of log of x means 1 over x, so we have 1 over log of x. Do you see that? So that becomes our function, the composite functions. Now what is the domain of this function? Now clearly log of x has to be, it cannot be equal to 0, and since it is in the denominator, so what we know here is that log of x is not equal to 0. That is first thing, right? So when is it 0? It is 0 at x equals to 1, right? So at x equals to 1, I mean log of 1 is equals to 0, so x is not equal to 1. You get the point, right? The other thing is the domain of log of x is x should be greater than 0, right? So we have domain of this function as x belongs to real numbers where x is greater than 0, right? That is for log of x. And since it is in denominator, we cannot have log of x as 0, which you will get for x equals to 1, right? Log of 1 is 0, right? So we say and x is not equal to 1. Now whenever you're working with logarithmic functions, I think that is a very, very important thing to remember, right? So remember, log of x is going to be 0 for x equals to 1, and so take care if you get this kind of a question in your test. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.